Yeah. Body. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. I work out.
Hey guys, I do work out. Hashtag FitBitch Fridays on Instagram. Catch my workout moves. Yeah. Now how do you like my walkout music? You know, my ex-husband used to play it for me, but only when he was mad, which was all the damn time. So I asked him what was up with that. He said, well, I'm playing your walkout music because I'm hoping you'll take the hint and walk the fuck out. That's why he's my ex-husband. So you're probably wondering, what's this white lady doing up here? She's not on the flyer. Well, I was an affirmative action hire.
But anybody travel over the holidays? By a round of applause. Anybody? Okay. Well, flying can be awkward. Last time I flew, I was sitting next to a complete stranger. Some guy I'd never seen before in my life. So get this. I looked down at the laptop, and there's some really heavy-duty XXX porn going on. Yeah, right there on the laptop, okay? And I know he was embarrassed, okay? Because I know he saw that, but not as embarrassed as me, because I couldn't close my laptop fast enough. That was a messed up situation. Oh, man. So, on a completely different note, I love Christmas cookies. I go batshit crazy over Christmas cookies. Anybody else here love Christmas cookies? Okay. Well, my buddy, Weird Dick, made me some for Christmas. Now look, he's not literally a weird dick, okay? Ladies, we've all had our share of weird dicks, all right? No, he's a guy named Dick who just happens to be weird, right? And ladies, you know what they say. It's not a party without Weird Dick. But anyway, he sent me these Christmas cookies that he made, so I called him up to thank him. And I'm like, you're sounding awfully chipper tonight. And he said, yeah, I got myself a pocket pussy for Christmas. Yeah, oversharing, are we? No, and dude, your broke ass can't afford a pocket pussy. This is expensive. And he's like, don't worry, I didn't pay full price. I got it off Craigslist. Yeah, right? So I'm like, oh, great. So you bought a pocket pussy that somebody else wanted to get rid of. Now, what does that say? And he says, well, it's really no different than most of the women I date. Only at least I know the cost up front. So now we know why he's single, right? And, so I'm like, okay, fine then. Let me ask you this. Do you wear a condom to bang your pocket pussy? And he's like, no, I know how clean it is. I put it in the dishwasher. Did you hear what I said? He said, I put it in the dishwasher. Right? Okay, so listen, I'm picturing the contents of his dishwasher. I'm seeing cookie sheets, cookie cutters, measuring cups, bowls, spoons, and a pocket pussy. Can you believe that? I wash my dildos separately. But the thing that's really most disturbing about all this is, okay, please don't judge me, okay? But I went ahead and I ate the shit out of those Christmas cookies. I was like, what the hell?
Oh shit, I hope my life alert didn't go off. It did once already. You see that ambulance out there? I fucking hate when that happens.
I turned 59 back in May. And, but I've been going through menopause a lot longer. And ever since that whole thing started, I've been unable to wear a sweater because I am one. Something though, I don't miss my period. That was like an unwelcome house guest who went through my drawers and cramped my style. but something, I am an editor in my day job, so I still do need to worry about missing periods. Now that wasn't even a dad joke. That was a straight up groaner. Guys, but now when I hear women talking about freezing their eggs, I envision mine as hard boiled with a green ring around the yolk. What, too soon? More like late.
I made a New Year's resolution to get more sleep, but my husband resented my snoring during sex. His favorite comedian is Bill Cosby. I thought he'd be more receptive. Wait, was that offensive? There goes another resolution. You have to be an optimist to make New Year's resolutions. Mine is to quit being such a pessimist. To that end, I made an optimistic resolution to put more work into my marriage. So for Christmas, I got my husband this Dyson vacuum. I said, honey, that's only half your gift. The other half is I'm going to be the one to use it. And you know, that was the first time I've ever made my husband laugh. I mean, that alone was worth the $365 price tag. Yeah, I think this optimism thing is going to work out just fine. But now he wants to know why I haven't vacuumed yet. I've spent the past 3 days watching videos and chatting with customer support just to learn how to run the damn thing. I had no idea this would be so labor intensive. But now I am ready to use this sucker to accomplish my next goal, to become a viral sensation on TikTok. What? Honey? No, I'm going to use it. Don't worry, I'm going to run it. Oh, that sucks. Screw it. I'm just going to be a pessimist. But I understand that vacuum cleaner porn is a thing. Honey.
So, Callie, did you hear? Don't lick your butt on camera. That's rude.
Now, I didn't grow any hair for the first 2 years of my life. My mom used to tie a pink ribbon around my big bald head to convince people that I was a girl. My grandfather nicknamed me the baby Khrushchev. And this was during the Cuban Missile Crisis. But, you know, in his defense, I did like to pound my shoe on the table. Now, unless you're a baby boomer or a history buff, you have no idea what I'm talking about. So do yourselves a favor and Google it. But anyway, as a young adult, if I would leave the house in wrinkled clothes, my mom hated it. And she'd be like, Sandy, what's the matter with you? And I'd be like, I don't know. Must be an iron deficiency.
Oh, so my husband got me Ancestry DNA for my birthday, and newsflash, I am 100% Eastern European. Yep, just your typical domestic short-haired Jew. And to think, I spent all this time trying to fill the tiny test tube with my saliva. I mean, I should have just gotten a designated spitter. I mean, I'd be better off if I'd have put chicken soup in it, because I would have gotten the same results. Bombing is when you say a joke and you hear silence. That's kind of like what's happening now.
I laughed.
Boy, what a beautiful night here under the stars. Yeah, give yourselves a hand for coming out. Yeah, I'll tell you. Now, when I told my husband I was going to be performing at a topless venue, I think he may have misunderstood. And he was like, sweetheart, I didn't think you were performing topless anymore. I mean, remember last time you stubbed your toe on your left nipple?
Oh my God. I think I'm in love. This is my new happy place. Man, my head's about to explode. Is this what heaven looks like? Oh man, after this I'm gonna need a cigarette. I think I'm gonna need to lie down. Could somebody get me a towel, please?
Coming to the stage right now, I need y'all to start clapping. Right now, please be with y'all, Miss Sandy Bernstein.
got me coming too early. I used to love my ex-husband Tom's sense of humor until he wore the ribbed for her pleasure condom inside out because why should Sandy have all the fun? He also thought it was funny to grab my boss's ass at the company picnic. And Mr. Kurt wasn't even cute. I'd invited Tom to come out to the picnic, not at the picnic. He got a raise, and I got fired. But I had the last laugh because I quit. The marriage. Years later, I remarried another Tom. Except this one isn't a turkey, and I'm not the butt of his jokes. Right before our wedding, my cat Hannah died, and we had her cremated, but I forgot to cancel the pet sitter. On our wedding day, she called frantically searching for Hannah. I said, "She's in a better place now. Have you checked the mantle?" Tom 2 is not as jealous as Tom 1. I could be screwing someone right next to him, and he'd just be annoyed. "Would you mind not shaking the bed? I'm trying to do this crossword puzzle, and for once, I'd like to finish first." All ribbing aside, I love having sex with Tom too, but I would love it more if it wasn't at halftime during football season. I feel like I'm being penalized. How many wieners does he expect me to hold at once? Work can be a nightmare. Backstabbing bosses, conniving colleagues, not being allowed to smoke crack in the stairwell. But my work nightmare was staying awake. Once I nodded off at my desk and spilled coffee all over the power strip and shorted out the lights. I didn't want them to know it was me. It was pitch black, so I crawled on my hands and knees to the supply closet to grab a new power strip. I felt like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, until the lights came back on and I saw that I was trying to plug my computer into a 3-hole punch. That's when I felt like Peter Sellers in Pink Panther. Later, I dozed off in the ladies' room and was awakened by somebody saying, "Smells like burnt coffee in here." Well, I was late to my meeting, so I flushed the toilet and sprinted to the conference room wearing my full-length face mask. I'd painted eyes on it so nobody could tell if I fell asleep. I would have gotten away with it, except I had a nightmare. I dreamed I was late for a meeting because I'd fallen asleep on the toilet, and when I reached back to flush, somebody screamed. And that's when I woke up in the middle of the conference room holding my boss's breast. And all I could think of to say was, "No lumps, and now you can check me." Glad you're laughing. They were not. Like many of you, I'm working from home now, and I got to tell you, my coworkers are getting on my nerves more now than when I was in the office with them. Okay, well, one coworker in particular, and that's Patty. Oh man, every time I see her ugly face on that screen, I just want to slap the shit out of my monitor. Well, how long is it going to take her to figure out how to mute herself on a video call? I mean, just click the icon of the microphone so it's got a line through it. It's not rocket science. But no, we're either getting ear-piercing feedback or hearing her shrill, dumbass parakeet. I mean, both me and my cat are about to lose our shit. And now we're required to keep our cameras on during these Zoom video meetings, so it's like we've been forced into each other's houses. Now, Patty used to give me a hard time about my messy office. You should see her kitchen. It looks like an episode straight out of Cops. I mean, dirty dishes piled everywhere, and her Great Dane keeps licking them. And Patty just laughs and says, "Hey, I don't have to rinse him now before I put him in the dishwasher." Oh, and that damn bird is right next to her. And the cage is filthy. And I swear I've seen cockroaches. And to think, I ate her Jell-O salad at the last potluck.
So, I know what some of you might be thinking, okay? Ellen DeGeneres called. She wants her hair and wardrobe back. So anyhow, guys, like we have a Christmas party at work, but I work for the state of Maryland, so we couldn't call it a holiday party. It was like our Staff Service and Achievement Awards, right? So after the luncheon, they gave us these like little staff gifts, you know? So I picked this up, I took one look at it, and I was like, huh, I wonder what size batteries this takes. Well, I said it a little too loudly. Guys, when I go back to work on January 2nd, I got a 9 a.m. appointment at Human Resources. Yeah, man, pray for me.
Now let's get to our last comic of the night and our closer, Sandy Bernstein, the goddess of one-liners. Here's a pretty damn funny segment about divorce.
Oh, so this is my second marriage.
Surprise.
Surprise. I am divorced. Is anybody else here divorced? Okay. Anybody here wishes they were divorced? No, my ex-husband Tom had a midlife crisis. He said, marriage ought to be a renewable contract. And I was like, huh, well, gee, I've been feeling that way since the first time we had sex. I've been wanting to bring on new players. Yeah, finally, after all these years, we actually agreed on something. Oh, now, he said he wasn't satisfied with my performance. I said, how the hell do you expect me to perform in under 30 seconds? I mean, that's not even enough time for me to get my legs open all the way. I mean, I have a stronger relationship with my vibrators. So, I did not renew that contract. I got me a quarterback fresh out of college. He had a strong arm, lots of stamina, and he loved to stay in the pocket. Yeah. He knew how to go deep when necessary. You know, he was definitely a franchise player, but I thought I needed to scout a little further, so I hooked up with a wide receiver, but that didn't work out because he was too wide for me to receive. Yeah. Listen, I should have bailed when I saw the tattoo on his penis that said choking hazard. But rest assured now, I am married to an age and size appropriate man. So as a matter of fact, next month on October 4th, we will be celebrating our 5th wedding anniversary. So give it up for us. Thank you, thank you.
Let's throw a couple of those at him, Sandy. What do you say? I didn't win my bodybuilding competition. I got muscled out. My nickname in high school was River. I was fast, had a big mouth, and everyone loved to ride the rapids. I want to see what this guy in the back thinks of this one. My ex really wanted kids. We even went to a fertility clinic to clear up some misconceptions. Yeah, I knew that one would get him. Okay, I think you've had enough for 1 week.
Now, I mean, I was married to a big dick motherfucker, and I had either a yeast infection or urinary tract infection for the whole 13 fucking years. Give me a little dick fucker anytime. I'll tell you, they try harder too. Oh, but anyhow, since my current husband's a good guy, I have terrible taste in men, so I don't know how that happened. Because you know how I met my first husband, Mr. Big Dick? He stumbled into my house drunk. Red flag, anybody? I'll tell you now, at the time I was young and stupid, and a big dick knew how to eclipse a red flag. Right? And well, my best friend works in a methadone treatment clinic. So I met her for lunch one day, and she said, quit looking around at my clients, Sandy. This is not a speed dating event. Yeah. Now, this is an old joke, but I put my own new twist on it. So if you think you know the punchline, trust me, you don't. Okay. So it is Christmas Eve, and 3 men die, and they ascend to the pearly gates where they are met by St. Peter. St. Peter says, if each of you can show or tell me something relating to Christmas, I will let you into heaven. So the first man, without hesitation, pulls out his lighter, lights it up, and says, "Behold, the Star of Bethlehem, a king is born." St. Peter's impressed. He waves him in. Now, the second guy is kind of like fidgeting with his keys, and then he pulls them out of his pocket, and he starts shaking them, going, "Jingle bells, jingle bells." St. Peter scratches his head and says, "Yeah, I guess that's creative. Okay, you're in." Now, the third man, he is frantically searching his pockets until finally he pulls out a pair of women's panties. St. Peter rolls his eyes and says, "Oh, let me guess. Those are Carol's." And the man says, "I don't remember what the fuck her name was, but she was a ho ho ho." So I got my mammogram last month because October was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You can give it up for that. Yeah. And October is also when they have the Benson Ball. And I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that. That's a comedy festival in D.C. that's curated by comedian Tig Notaro. And she is known because she's a breast cancer survivor. And she very famously got on stage right after her diagnosis and opened her set by announcing to the world that she had breast cancer. But anyway, so that put me in mind to get my mammogram. And, well, here's a PSA, very important. Ladies, whatever you do not, I repeat, do not make your mammogram technician laugh or distract her in any way. Let me repeat that. Do not make your mammogram technician laugh or distract her in any way, because she will fuck up your mammogram. Okay? So I go in there, I'm filling out the form. They want to know the date of my last period. Okay? I'm an old bitch. I don't fucking remember the date of my last period. I mean, I don't know, maybe it was like the Bush administration. And we're not we're not talking George W. here. We're talking Herbert Walker. Okay? I mean, shit. It's like, let me put it this way. If I know my Aunt Flo was leaving town for the last time, I'd have put a red letter date on my calendar, fucking throwing a party for her. I'm telling you, man. I mean, but you know something? During the day, I am an editor, so I still do have to worry about missing periods. Oh, brother. Okay, no, but seriously. Okay, date of last period. I mean, that's fucking ancient history, you know? So I wrote down when dinosaurs roamed the earth. Okay? Well, you guys didn't find it funny, but my mammogram technician did. So that just got me started, you know. I'm joking around. I'm introducing her to the girls. Floppy and droopy, okay? Yes, I named my titties. Used to be happy and perky. Not anymore. Okay, and I'm just carrying on like, oh, the girls are here for their glamour shots and all this shit. And we're having a good old time, right? So I go home thinking everything's cool. And then I get the dreaded phone call from the imaging center saying I have to come back in. They found something suspicious. So naturally, I am out of my mind, worried. I am freaking out. And the only thing I can think of is like, I can't have breast cancer. Tig Notaro owns that space. Yeah, I'm a sick fucker. Well, so luckily, it turned out to be nothing, you know, but I learned my lesson, you know, and I don't take anything for granted anymore. As a matter of fact, I have renamed my titties Lucky and Blessed. Yeah. Right? So, so mammograms are a pain in the ass, but an even bigger pain in the ass is the gynecologist. Because, ladies, when you turn 40, guess what? They stick their finger up your ass. And I'm not making this shit up. So, you know, you young bitches have something to look forward to. Right? And, but other stuff goes on as well. We had some of the other ladies here talking about dryness. Well, let me put it this way. I'm an old bitch. I've been through menopause, okay? So, like, a routine exam suddenly becomes like an exercise in great pain. So anyway, so my last visit, the doctor takes her finger out of my ass and then she puts in the speculum, okay? And for those who don't know, this is a cold metal instrument that is used to open things up down there so they can look around. So as soon as she puts in the speculum and starts to open it, I thought she was going to have to peel me off the fucking ceiling. I'm like, Jesus Christ, woman, what are you doing down there? Opening up a golf umbrella? And she's like, oh, looks like somebody's going through menopause. And I'm like, thank you, Dr. Obvious. But right now, finger up the ass isn't looking so bad, right? And then she says, next time I'll have to use the pediatric speculum. I'll note that in your chart. And I'm like, pediatric speculum? Is that a thing? Wow, you mean I'm that tight? Well, shit, I should put that in my Tinder profile. Well, I'm glad you guys are laughing. She didn't laugh. She just said, straight face, I have some literature for you to pick up at the checkout desk. I'm thinking, oh great, now she thinks I'm a total whore. I'm going to have this stupid venereal disease pamphlets, you know, like STDs in you and coping with chlamydia. Oh, and my favorite, bacterial vaginosis, where the rubber meets the raw. But no, none of that. Instead, I see this book. It's the guidebook to menopause, 7th edition, for midlife women to make informed healthcare decisions. And she actually had a chapter in that marked, okay? It was the chapter on vaginal atrophy. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, you mean to say that there's actually a medical term for my dried up old pussy? Shit. Okay. Does anybody here get Amber Alerts? You all know what that is, right? Yeah. Y'all get Amber Alerts on your phones, right? Oh man, you know, you can be in a room and everybody's phone will go off. I mean, they're as annoying as shit. So that happened to me during a show. I got interrupted, not once, not twice, but 3 times. By the 3rd time, I was like, you know what? If I ever find that Amber bitch, I'm gonna fuck her ass up. That bitch is I wish she stayed missing. Oh, let me tell you. So, I was telling you about my little watching comics fiasco. I'll tell you something, that really takes a toll on your self-esteem. So ladies, have you ever gone any place on purpose just so you can look around and feel better about yourself? Like, you know, like I used to go to Walmart or the dollar store or the Royal Farm store up here. You know, I guess 9 out of 10 times I was like the hottest chick in there, you know. But lately I found a solution closer to home, my local farm market. Because there are a couple of hot, hunky, 20-something-year-old guys who work there who like to flirt with me. Now, don't let the hair and wardrobe fool you. I am into guys, okay? So as soon as they see me walk in, they start talking very loudly about how much they're into white ladies. And the one guy is saying, oh, I just adore white ladies. They are so sweet and juicy. And I'm thinking, hey, I'm a white lady, and I'm sweet. Juicy, not so much. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? So I'm getting ready to saunter on over there. Just then, the grocer comes out of the back with a basket, says to the guys, hey guys, I got your white ladies, your favorite peaches. I'm like, peaches? Guys are talking about peaches? And I'm like, yeah, Sandy, want to bite a white lady? They're not going to be around for very much longer. And I'm like, nah, I don't roll that way. But I'll tell you what, if you get in any black man peaches, give me a call. Second thought, don't even bother calling. Just bring them to my house. Anyway, that's my time, guys. And I hope that I wish you well. I wish you the best. And like my titties, I hope you're lucky and blessed. Thank you. I'm Sandy Bernstein. Good night.